Why hello there, fellow scavengers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to NEO Scavenger. Episode 11. Lucky number 3. Or will it be? After fully rebooting the game, here we go on another attempt. So we're going to go just starting. Now, I'd prefaced last stream that if this was to be the case, and all that was just like, in that fight, I don't even think I made an error. I was trying to keep him at spear's length and just like fell over, and he hit me hard enough that I never really recovered. I don't think he recovered either, to be honest. He probably ended up dying too. So, I prefaced last stream, but what I said, just to recap, was all of the starting flavor story stuff I'm going to blow through quickly in lieu of not repeating myself multiple times. So here we go. New character. And a little reminder, I'm going to be making the same character. I'm not going to be changing it up. Basically, it's like a pseudo continuation. So I'm taking, as you can see in the details, strong, melee, tough medic with myopia and metabolism. Oh, nope. The other metabolism. So, just like before, we dealt with the dogman, search the records, and we know who we are, climb out the window. Go back into the facility, and we end up with a pretty loaded first aid kit. No, I take it back. A pretty awful first aid kit. It has 2 antibiotics and 3 pill bottles. Sure. Alright, Dogman corpse. We will process. And grab 2 chunks. I'm not even going to bother with the footage. What I will do, though, is take one of my rags and cover my face, so if I run into black mold, I'm good. Alright, we approach the nearest buildings, and they're all mobile homes. Let's start going through them, and the immediate challenge here is to try to get warm. Because we're gonna freeze to death. Oh my god, why is there nothing in any of these buildings? What the hell? Frickin'... Okay, the last one had something. So we got blue jeans. We got a shirt. We got a road map, which will indicate roughly where we are. Detroit is, you know, nearby. And then we have sticks. I guess I'm gonna take... You know, I'm gonna start... I don't know how to start. Well, actually, what is the... Is it sunny? It's not sunny. So we... what? Maybe it'll be sunny soon, and we'll be able to start a fire with, like, broken bottles or something. So... I think what I'll do, because I have a pocket here, is to take the broken bottle with me, so I can turn it into shards later on. Great, we have mild hypothermia. Oh, this is going to be one of those runs, huh? Because it started raining, and I won't have the ability to, like, do anything related to that. Alright, well, the best thing I could do now is to break the bottle more. And at least get myself a rod spear made from that shard, yeah. Now, I don't have the means to, cook because we don't have sunlight or anything like that. What I'm hoping is I find a way to warm up soon, because otherwise I'm cooked. Up ahead, it looks like there's some sort of abandoned car. There's like nothing to risk here, so I'm just going to take the bag, which is weird because I have nowhere to put it. So I'm just gonna put it in a campsite here for possibly later. And keep moving towards something, no, towards a dog. Towards something that I can heat myself up with. No, I'm gonna freeze to death. Alright, as I pick my way through overgrown ruins, a peculiar sound becomes briefly available. So basically, I'm getting close to the buildings. And before I keel over dead from hypothermia, one last ditch effort to not have that happen. Because I've found no... Now, actually, I have means to create a little fire. So all I need to find is, like, paper scraps or something. Foil? Unless this dude with a rifle does me in. Okay, I don't have kindling or flame. I have a flame source, but I don't have a bottle anymore. We'll keep looting. Desperately before I die of hypothermia. Yeah, okay. Hypothermia death. That's a pretty typical one. Let's roll again. And this is like what happens when you're got average luck. I would say that's like an average run. Now, in hindsight, if I grabbed that bottle and didn't shard into... So, the trouble there is, like, using the bottle, using sunlight requires some sort of, like, glass to act as a lens. But then, at the same time, that means that I wouldn't necessarily have broad spear, so it's like balancing... Am I well armed, or do I have the potential to have a fire once ever? It's a tricky combination. Or it's a tricky decision. And often it will be the wrong one. Alright, so this time around we got another med kit. And it is better stocked. I've got a whole bunch of just generic painkillers and one hydrocodone and one antibiotic. Could be worse. The shards here aren't terrible condition, so I can keep like some of the better shards, I guess. 88 shards is like fine, I suppose. Nope, that's not what I tried to click. Okay. So here we are, first buildings, and can only loot one of them. Cool. We did, however, get a right boot, a scope, which I can put on my neck, and 2 t-shirts, and cargo pants. So a little bit better covered. So the right shoe and a rag shoe. So now I have improper footwear, which will cause blisters, but at least I have footwear. And then we have 2 shirts layers. A little bit better. Moderately. And blueberries. And I'm going to not stop to like fully craft a spear, but I will grab the spear-like stick and run around with it. As I'm hoping to be able to get up here or somewhere up here sooner. Okay, that's a good find. We have a crowbar with a strap. Got another shirt. So taking off all my layers, let's do 10% shirt, 29% shirt, 31% shirt, and hoodie. Oh, a box cart. Unfortunately, it's mechanics. We have a broken bottle for shards and glass DVD for shards. Speaking of bottles, I might want to keep one of these bottles for water. And then the gown I'm going to shred. And then the yep, there we go. And now that I have 100% shards, I'll be able to make myself a broad spear. But not from those shards. From the better ones. Cool. So I have 100% broad spear. I've got one extra shard that is decent. I could get plastic shards, but I'm not going to bother. And then I also have the plastic bag, which then allows me to keep some of the rags that are dirty, and then the string. Better than last time. And one last building, which I can now crowbar my way through. For some fancy cakes and some whiskey. Or fancy saltines, rather, and some whiskey. And foil. And more string. Okay. Now, right now what I want to do is find backpack, footwear, and tools. And here we are at pseudo-civilization again. Oh, and a fire starter. And fire starter. Whatever that might look like. I should probably try cooking this. Well, I have a little bit longer on this meat before it like goes bad. But I was eyeballing the tarp in order to make a makeshift bag at some point to increase my the amount of loot I can hold. Okay, battered. Yep. I was expecting that. Early on, you might as well take big risks, because you got much less to lose. So, take antibiotics, painkiller, and then merge my pills. And this one will probably crumble on me too. Nope, it didn't. Alright, that's nice, I suppose. Ah, here comes the greeting crew. I just saw them moving around. HVAC, campfire, and sharpened spear. And merge the stacks. Alright, with a medium length of string, I don't think... Here we go. Makeshift sack. And that's going to help out because this first aid kit absolutely sucks as far as volume goes. Now, I still have a lot of time before that food spoils. But now, whoops, that's not what I meant to grab. But now, at least I have a lot more storage space. And then, of course, like a plastic bag's not going to last me very long either. But still looking for the basics. Let's keep searching. Please don't collapse on me. Oh, a lot of hydrocodone. Okay. Oh wait, this isn't it. This is synthroid. Never mind, I don't really need a synthroid. So I'm gonna leave that behind. I'm assuming my thyroid works just fine. Roof collapse! Oh yay, I'm battered all over. I might not even have enough clean... Yeah, I don't even have enough clean to cover it all. Cool! I mean, I could boil the rags if I found like a can or a pot or something. But, you know, early game, high risk, it's fine. Okay, end turn. Someone wants to fight. A stranger with a scope. A hunting rifle with scope. Alright, take cover. He searches for me at range 4. Advanced undercover. And starts stabbing. They fell and they're exposed. They're bleeding. They're stunned. Tore him open. He's still stunned. Still stunned. Still stunned. Yeah, you're done. He's unconscious and dead. Well, thank you for the sleeping bag. You have a fire starter, a battery sparker. So that thing is quite nice. It's just like a makeshift like wires fire starter. I mean, it's not super reliable, but it's better than certainly nothing. The right shoe is not helpful to me because it's the wrong foot. The hoodie is better than my hoodie, so I'm going to switch hoodies. Not by much, but by enough. You also had like... Oh, come on. Ketchup. Saltines. And, you know, not to mention a 95% condition rifle, which is insane. So I think I'm going to start a camp here to stick the rifle and the sleeping bag... Oh, misclicked. Sleeping bag into. Deleting everything else. So we've got a storage unit, a way better storage unit, which has hella shelter, sleep, and healing. Let's go with the good storage unit. And that's a pretty dope little campsite now. Pretty good stats. I'll take it. Given that we're now storing stuff, I'm gonna drop off a lot of the stuff I don't immediately need on me here. But I'll keep the bottle and the raw meat and the dirty rags with the hope that I find a way to, well, I have a fire starter, but, you know, that I find a way to boil it. A pot or can or something. Okay. And I'm in the same spot I was before. Given that, save and continue. And hey, look, I canceled the rain. I love that. Military shotgun with strap. Okay. This is hypothetically sterile water, so I'm just going to drink it. I'm even going to take the medium lengths of string. An extra bottle. Alright, this is probably going to hurt. No, I didn't get hurt. I was kind of expecting it. Turn that into paper. I could start a fire here, actually. I just don't have a way to boil my water still. But I'm looking for one. Alright, let's circumnavigate the Zomzoms, which I don't intend to go into. Looting everything here. And here's a dude with another rifle. He's barefoot and bleeding. I'm assuming he doesn't have bullets, but I'm going to take cover anyway. And he's at 3. What an idiot. You're stabbed, you're stunned. You're still stunned. You're in severe pain and stunned. You're unconscious and stunned. You're dead and stunned. All right. Well, thank you for the rifle, sir. And for the jelly bears. So we had a left... Oh, it's a boot! We got footwear. Not only that, but right as I put that on, my rag shoe fell apart. Like as I took it off, it fell apart. We also found tools. Blueprints for hide gloves, which is nice, because that doesn't require a skill. And that means I can make it. Oh. Like, you have a working cell phone. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I have a working cell phone. Better boots. Better shirts. So we got 33, 9, and 29. So we'll do a 57, 33, 29 hoodie. And then, I don't have a means to move this rifle at the moment. But, I'll come back for it. Ooh, clean water. And cola. $59, 87. I'll even do t-shirts because I just got a long sleeve. Getting rid of this stuff. I might make a fire here. So that I can cook this meat before it spoils. Because for a while, I'm going to have blisters on my feet until it clears as a result of wearing that, like, rag shoe and also being barefoot. Which means my... Yeah, and I don't have any way to boil water. Which means my, my, like, functional walking range is going to be pretty limited for a while. So I'm not going to be able to cover a lot of distance. So I'm going to want... Knowing that I can't travel very easily, to do a little cooking here. Seems reasonable. Also, I'm not that cold. Alright, and last one to search. I meant to hit strong. That was my bad. We got more painkillers. I'm just going to take it. So I'm on painkillers. Because I have plenty of it, apparently. And more rags. Alright. I guess I'll cover my last bruise, even though it's just a bruise. It's like a joke how many wounds I got so quickly. But, that's just how it goes. Alright, so I have a rifle there, and then, like, kind of a camp starting there. And let's just keep searching the area. I would still like a proper lighter for, like, searching, because the fire start I have isn't really enough. It starts fires, but I would need to, like, have a torch or something for it to be worth it, which means it's a pain to use. I am getting a decent amount of, like, clean water right off the bat, which is nice. And I forgot to turn those into scraps of paper, but now we have enough for a full stack, which is cool. Alright, it's evening. And I'm now scratched and bruised. Yep. It's as if I was, fighting like a mountain lion or something. I'm so cut up. But, yeah, early game. Early game woes. This cell phone also has a battery. For whatever reason, I'm getting a lot of power. And it's nice, because I have, like, this power starter. In fact, because it's unlikely that I'll be able to, make use of, like, anything, I'm just gonna, like, stack all of my electronics. And yes, you can just take out energy and, like, put it in. All my electronics in here. There we go. 20, 40, 60, 80 power. How I did it? I don't know. But cool. Which means I'm not even going to bother collecting these phones. I doubt I'll ever find a real use for them. Alright, well, last search here. Multi-tool is slightly better. That's a wrap. Yeah, I'm moving electrons. It's magic. Just call it what it is. Alright, if I want to move that rifle to this campsite, let's first transfer everything I've got that can go to the campsite into the campsite right now. I'm gonna keep the dirty rags though, because I still have dreams that I'll find like a pot or a can or soup can or something, so I can boil it someday, maybe. So all of this needs water. Got it. Okay. If I want that rifle, I'm gonna have to risk ditching my broad spear because that rifle doesn't have a. Oh, right. Rotate. To go fetch the rifle real quick so I can stick that in my hands and bring it back. Well, all in a day's work. Maybe this time I'll actually find a vehicle and be able to, like, blow this popsicle joint. Alright, let's, hide. And then hide tracks. Eat the meat that will likely... it won't spoil, but I might as well do it now. And then I'm planning on trying to sleep. It was pretty late in the day already. As night falls, you notice there's a bright glow coming from the east, easily visible through the treetops. It's no guarantee, but it could be a sign of civilization. And obviously it's the Detroit megacity, as we established last, or 2 attempts ago. Alright, well this is crummy. It's cold. I'm not freezing because I've got some decent layers, but like, not a good time to like go out and do stuff. And turn. Hide tracks and turn. Unhide. Okay, let's start moving north. For lack of a better destination. And I'm just gonna do my dangdest to delete everything on my way up. So that if there's anything new, it's easy to search. We should get daylight here in a moment. There it goes. So I'm thirsty, Now, the issue is I don't yet have... Actually, there's still a building here. Oh! Well, dang. That was fortuitous. I was about to say I don't yet have a... I still don't have, like, a pot to boil things in. But... having a proper backpack is quite nice. Okay, everything I want, I think I grabbed. I'm just double checking. Actually, that shirt is better than one of mine. So I'm going to keep the long sleeve shirt definitely, and then 73 and 86, so 2 corn shirts. Nope, sorry, red. Although I'm a little worried about being a red shirt. You know, the implications of it. Alright, there we go. And I'll delete the rest. Okay, moving north, looking for... Hello, doggy. You're frail? I wouldn't mind eating you. No, don't charge. I don't want to trip. That's basically what killed me on my run. Stupid tripping. Couldn't get up in time. And engage. So you're gashed. I don't know how you sprinted away, that's how. Oh, I didn't mean to charge you. But it didn't... Yeah, you're dead. Charging him didn't kill me. Okay. So now we have meat to process. And water to fetch. So I don't love the idea of like using down my medium battery sparker, but given the meat I have, obviously I'm going to want to process it. So we're looking for a source of good water too. Ooh. Better scope. And a lighter! Still need a pot, though. We're still potless. But looking up. Oh, all these are locked. To my advantage. Yeah, a pot! A slow pot, but hey, it's a pot. I could start a fire with these cardboard boxes, but I'm gonna keep searching. And apparently everyone has scopes and binos, because that's a totally reasonable thing for everybody to have. So the campsite's here. I'm gonna stick everything in here into the abandoned bungalow in case I want it as just a secondary campsite. And I'm going to keep moving, looking for moving water. Like a safer source of water. I am weak with thirst. That was safe water, but now I have no safe water. No regrets, because, you know, dying of dehydration. So this is flatland grass with water. Let me see if I can't find something a little more palatable. Apparently not. I might need to make do. So I'm going to loot this area and then... Oh, I meant to... Well, here, clean water. I'm going to loot this area and then head back there. We'll grab this. I forgot to make the paper for a fire starter. But whatever. Shopping cart and analyze water. I could always turn those scraps of paper into fire too. Game doesn't really care how you do it. Alright, the meat's still good for now. So we'll go through here. Better multi-tool. More paper. Oh my god, I'm double... Fine, I'll drag it. Like, really doesn't want me to stack. Whoa, those binos are like 99%. And this is warfarin. I don't need blood thinner. I need a coagulant, generally speaking. Alright. Hello, Melonhead. So we're working our way back to the, like, pond water. Because it's better than dehydrating to death. And we have a Melonhead here with stones. I guess I'll kill you. They're kind of not worth killing because they don't have anything worth looting. Unless you're like a cannibal. But I'm not, so... I just did that because it was in my way. Now, the only problem I'm going to have here is I have very inefficient water boiling. So it's going to take me a lot of turns. But, like, it's fine, whatever. Go into the woods and make a big fire and then try to get as much of it boiled up as I can. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my lighter for searching, meaning, because it increases the amount of fire I get, meaning I'm going to use my battery sparker to start the fires. And I can start like 80 fires with that, so it's as long as the sparker itself doesn't fall apart, so it seems reasonable. And the first thing I want to do is let's cook the meat. I'm out of turns. Alright. Use the big one. Yep, that's all the meat cooked. Then let's boil rags. Oh, I have to do them one at a time, right? Frickin' inefficient pot. And I know this is using up a lot of my water, but like I was covered in little wounds. So I think that this is a decent use of the water and I can always get more. Okay, taking a look at my wounds. Most have stopped bleeding or bruising. So I can recoup some of those rags, which somehow are still clean. So we got tons and tons of bandage rags. That's good. And then I have enough to make a little bowl of water, which I'm just going to use now. So we're going to need to collect more water. But I could just bring a handful of tinder with me to be able to light later. I'm going to leave this fire going. Because there's a possibility of not having to light it again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Alright, we still have a small flame, so let's keep going. Small flames are a lot stealthier than the big ones. I just figured this early on, it's like not a big deal if someone tries to jump me. There's not much to lose. Alright, I think that's all the water, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Sweet! So, lots and lots and lots of clean water and food and a fire source. So at this point, we need, search for a vehicle. And stockpile non-perishables. Effectively, I'm not as wealthy as I was last run, but I basically have the same amount of fundamental stuff. I have good medicine. I just don't have a lot of non-perishables, so we just need to amass a whole bunch of non-perishables and then we'll be good. To attempt to travel. So I'm tired, let's head back. And I'm gonna head back covering some new territory, which is a little sketchy. But I want the lay of the land. So I can figure out where to loot next. Dog leader. Alright, sure. You are desperate retreating from me. Sorry, pal, but your food. Died of cardiac arrest. Why would I have to keep stabbing you if you're dead? Beating a dead horse much? Let's eat some of these portions of meat. I'm trying to, like, finagle how to take... Guess I don't need that. How to take all of it. I think what I'm going to do, so it doesn't start spoiling immediately, is to light a small campfire. But not like that, like this. And then start cooking it right now. Oh, but you know what? I don't have... I guess I could cook it on my spear? I don't want to cook it on my crowbar, though. Alright, spear is at 70%. I mean, it only cost me like a shard and some twine. It's not a big deal. So we have a lot more meat, and we're good to go. I'm going to get clear of that fire. I'm not going to put it out. I have a tiny... I mean, it's dusk. I have a tiny bit more search time, so I'm going to do a little bit more searching. Okay! An answer to... I don't like to have to boil water forever. Just happened upon landing in my lap. Okay, let's cut the paper up to save room. And now we have a saucepan. And that crowbar is... And another lighter. That crowbar is better, but it's unstrapped. It's not better by enough that I care. It's like 7% better. It's not a big deal. So I'll just use it to search the crumbly buildings. Oh, or I could just get medium length of string and just put it on. Hello, there's someone here. Take cover. Search. Don't know who it was. saw footsteps near those high rises, I think. Okay. I'm gonna slake thirst. And yeah, I thought there was someone there. We gonna fight? I'll just keep searching for you. It's gonna be one of those long nights. Oh, you're a stranger. Behind cover and tough with a crowbar? A bad mother. Alright, well, I know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna kill you. You charged a bad move. Bad move, pal. Bad move. Very bad move. Unconscious and dead. Woo! Haha! What's up? Alright, cargo pants. So you were happy to see me. You had a lighter in your pants. Thanks for your berries. You had, okay. Lots of spoiled human. So I no longer feel bad about what I did to you. Not that I did. You had yourself a duffel. Now this duffel, is just about wrecked. So we got some more recipe paper. I'm not going to bother reading through it. I don't really see anything of high value here, other than like taking maybe the potato chips and some empty bottles for future. It's a water tester that is in not bad condition, so I'll take that too. But yeah, that's maybe about it. Wish you could just drag a box. Thank you for tuning in to NEO Scavenger, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I'm not, however, looking for feedback, tips, tricks, or any of the sort. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers of you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow scavengers.